Internet God with the 28 Canadian. Hey Sam, do you remember talking about Korean industrial design? Basically said they try and fail to copy America and have no swag. Look up Queen Card K-pop lyrics. Looks like it was generated by bad Asian AI. Lamau.
Yeah, the thing about the Japanese is that the Japanese do have thousands of years of effectively what is, it's not exactly, but it's analogous to product design.
Yeah.
The Japanese have teapots, armor, tools, swords. They have interior design. They have, you know, tatami mats, tea ceremony shit. They've got everything. The Koreans have, like, up until Korea like industrialized, they had like horse archers. Like barely, they had like a pot, like one fucking clay pot. Yeah. That's all they ever made. Like if you look at ancient Korea, like the rich, the upper class, like the elite Koreans, they would have like these fabrics, basically, like fantastic floral fabrics, and then like the regular people had like a single pot made of like fucking compressed guano, like dung, like this right here. Like 1,000 years ago, this every Korean family would have one of these. This is like a chunk. It's like a chunk of rock, and this was a tool. They would use this tool. They would put the grain in this, and then they would use this rock to like smash apart coconuts and stuff. And then the emperors or whatever the fuck they had, they would have like a, you know, it's almost like a Thailand, like thin gold.
Yeah.
Like metal, like you would. It's like
gold foil.
Like this hat right here. That's like a party toy.
Yeah.
Like that's like you'd win that in an arcade. Like it's that type of like thin gold shit. And then you know, you can't really hate on the fabrics. The fabrics are very nice, but everything else is this sort of like chintzy. Like it's not the way that the Korean mind like conceptualized objects that are for use in daily life it's not the same as Japanese people. So when World War II comes around, or when industrialization comes around, the Japanese very quickly, like immediately, figure out what it is, and they're like, oh, we'll do American muscle car but smaller because we're smaller and our cities are smaller. So we make you know, 240Z, right? Like they make this, and it's completely beautiful. It's Japanese. It's smaller. It's the way they do things. Koreans. And this stance of mine, I remember this is from talking to a guy who was a very big deal industrial designer who was hired by the Korean government like in the 80s to help them figure out how to not make gas stations shaped like gift boxes. Like he went there and they would like, their idea of what you do to like brand a gas station was make it look like a present box. It just crackpot shit. It's like the Dark Souls type thing, and it's not to hate on Koreans or something. It's just that, you know, for thousands of years they didn't know, they don't have a history of making like objects that you use beyond a stick to like whatever their culture was, like using sticks, pots, rocks, whatever that culture was, sticks, rocks, pots, you know. It's like this. You go, I should be a Korean history teacher. Yeah, basically 1,200 years ago, they were like boom, 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 and they had like that. And the fabrics are good. That's my class. You just took Korean history class.
Bunch of chats here. Ramini Sciences, thank you for joining. And Rainmaker, thank you for giving out 5 memberships to the hungry masses out there. Notorious JEW with the 25. Hey, are you still casting for World Peace 2? And if so, where can I submit for a role?
Like these, look at these houses right here. Another thing is the Korean car design. It's weird because they weren't communist.
Yeah.
But their design, it almost, if you ever see Soviet product design, like the Soviets, man, the Soviet stuff is so weird because they had such a history of artistry that there's like some of the most fantastic, unbelievable animation, filmmaking, poster art, propaganda comes from Soviet countries. But then cars, like they just made these weird boxes that have, you know, obviously they have charm, they have value as collector's items, whatever, like Lada, Yugo, all the Soviet cars, but they're like, in terms of what they actually are, if you strip away the context, they're shit. And
I like how they look. They're like very utilitarian. It's like they just view that. That might be just because they view them as like just tools.
Yeah, but that's like that's part of the context. Like the context is what makes them beautiful or interesting.
Yeah.
But without that, they're really terrible.
Yeah.
And there's something about Korean like transit vehicle design that has smacks of the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. What was the?
Check out Hobo Joe 421. Thank you, Big Smitty. Thank you for the recommendations out here. Free Alpha.